Hey, I'm back. And since I was getting into a Smoky Mountain uh, trip, talking about a trip to the Smoky Mountains, uh, and me sneaking food into the tent, which was funny because my friends that I went with to the Smoky Mountains that invited me along. Like I said, God bless them. If they didn't invite me along, I wouldn't have got to go on that journey and see all that fun stuff. So thank you so much. I love them. They've done a lot for me in life, and I try to always do as much as I can for them. And I maybe not financially like them letting me go on that trip with them and stuff, but psychologically and emotionally, I've always been there for them to the best of my ability. Now, these last few years, that's been hard because there's been times that I know that they would love for me to be around and stuff, but I've got so much of my own stuff I'm going through, and the problem there is, Clay and Robin, I love you guys, and thank you for all the time we've shared together in life. And because of my last video, when Robin sees it, I'm probably going to hear about it because she's going to now know that I had food snuck into that tent when we were prone to bears, and that my food could have lured them bears into our tent. But guess what, Robin? We made it through it. And don't worry, because even if they would have showed up, they were not getting my snacks. I would have whooped some bear's butt. But I couldn't tell you at the time because you would have really stressed out. And then I would have had to put my food in the car, and then I wouldn't have been able to sleep. So I had to just keep it a secret so I could sleep with my food and protect you from the evil bears. Remember now, I know martial arts pretty good. So I would have karate'd them bears pretty good. Now that I've covered myself a little bit with Robin when she watches these videos, no wonder if she'll see it in the video, and because if she does, more than likely she's going to send me a text or call me or something and give me some crap about it. Although it was a lot of years ago, so now we can laugh about it. So that was a fun trip, man. Then we ended up stopping after the Smoky Mountains. We ended up stopping too at a Mammoth Cave one time. I guess the Mammoth Cave is like hundreds and hundreds of miles of caves in the towards the East Coast, by the Smoky Mountains and all that stuff. They go hundreds of miles into different states and all that stuff. So we've got to tour part one of the sections. They got in different states, in different areas. They got multiple tourist spots where you can pay and go in and journey the caves, all at different spots. And they won't let you journey, from state to state through the caves. I guess if you had enough money, you could probably pay for an expedition crew and get the permits to let you go on that journey. But boy, that'd be a heck of a journey. You'd be going through those caves for so many supplies. It might take you a few weeks of just traveling from one entrance to the next entrance or something. But they've mapped it out. They've mapped a lot of it out. But that was a fun experience going to Mammoth Caves. And of course Disneyland or whatever, or Disney World. I can't remember which one's in Florida. That's the one we went to. That was fun too. I had a lot of fun there. That was super expensive stuff though. And it was fun. Then we got to stop at the ocean. I'd swam in the Gulf before, but this time on the trip with them, we actually stopped on the ocean side at one point, just so we could say we swam in the ocean. We all got out and ran out there, and we all went swimming in the ocean. And one thing I noticed, because when I swam in the Gulf, I had a lot of fun there, and I could ride the current. Then the riptides or whatever coming in and out, and I could get in the water at the beach here and ride it in and out, and it would take me all the way in and out, all the way down the beach. And when I get out of the water, I'd have to walk all the way back, if I was just riding the water. And I thought that was kind of a cool, strong current you could kind of feel. And that was just in the Gulf. When I was in the ocean, boy, what a difference, boy. You could feel the current in that, boy. It's moving. It's where, and I'd like to go back again just so I could experience it differently now, because I didn't think about it at the time. But now that I understand more about a little bit more about how the oceans flow, and and the currents and stuff. I just got a text with a photo. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, okay. I think it's my friend Jennifer sent me a text, I think. I don't know what the picture is of on my watch, though. It's kind of cool. Never had tech like this before, so I don't know if that'll even show up, but that's a picture on my watch or something. I don't know if that'll show up. We'll see it in the video later. I'm curious how well that'll show up. I can look at my phone later. But I think it's my friend Jennifer. I'm not sure. Hey. Yep, that's who it's from. I don't know what it is she's showing me, some type of document or something. So she might be showing me it, so she might end up trying calling me or texting me in a little bit here to ask me if I can read over it and help her with it, because I'll do that sometimes when she doesn't understand some legal paperwork or something. Sometimes she'll text me it or send a picture of it and stuff so I can blow it up and look at it and read through it, and then I'll explain it to her. I've got a few friends that do that. I gotta start charging them. Well, if I did it, at least I wouldn't be struggling for gas all the time and stuff. You know, but I can't help it. You know, they got that. It's not like they're rich either. You know. Now I've had multiple people now ask me about editing videos for them. Some people are newer that are thinking about getting into doing a channel of that, and they asked me, like, you know, if they were to film themselves and stuff, or film stuff that they wanted to film, if they gave that to me, could I edit it and put it together? Then I got a friend that does gaming videos that had asked me that in the past, that what I would charge, or that he might pay me to do some editing for his videos. So I've got a few different people, so I got to do some research on that, because I don't want to charge somebody too much. I don't want to shortchange myself either, because my time's very valuable. You know, and if I start doing editing for other people, well, then that'll be less time for other stuff in my life, you know. So I got to figure that out. So, because now that I'm getting more people asking me that, I'll have to go to the lower end of the scale on it, because I'm not like some super editor, but I'm getting better at it. You know, I don't do a lot on this channel, because this channel I keep totally real and just turn on the camera and let it go and record it, and then when I dump it to my computer, I lay it into the editing program, let it render it, and then I'll just kind of skim through it and listen to what I'm talking about to kind of get an idea of something I can write for a title. You know, and I can't say I'm no master at titles, because some of my titles are really goofy. Sometimes it's just a word I said, or a sentence I said that I should use as a title or something. You know, because in the beginning I was trying to spend way too much time, like, oh, it's got to be the perfect title, blah, blah, blah. No, I ain't got time for that. I got too much other craziness going on in my life, and I got to live. You know, I got to survive, so I can't waste a ton of time on a title. You know, although I know that the title, you know, might help the channel grow better if the better the title, just like they say thumbnails do and all that other stuff. I don't do that. I just load it. I don't make no thumbnails. I let the platform itself, that throws up 3 choices. I've learned on YouTube, it automatically picks one. It normally picks the middle one, but there's 3 of them. Then you can look at it and see if you like the other 2 better, and pick one of them and change it. And it just takes it from the video. It takes a still shot from the video. And then on Rumble, what I learned, it don't automatically pick one that you can see. It throws 3 of them up there, and if you don't choose it, it'll automatically pick one, but you don't know which one it's going to pick. Unless you click on one, then it'll stay to that one. So I've learned that now. And so now I normally just pick one, because it doesn't automatically select one on its own. And then, so on Rumble, I try to pick one, but there's been a couple times I've gotten in a hurry, and I forgot to click on one of the 3, and then after I click to upload it, I'm like, oh, I forgot to pick one, you know, and then I'm like, well, it'll pick one on its own then, you know, and then it does, so and I just leave it be. I don't go back in and change it or nothing. So if I got a goofy looking thumbnail. It's not my fault. No. Blame it on the automation. So, getting sidetracked again here. I started talking about that trip stuff, and I somehow got over on the thumbnails and videos. I don't know how I transitioned there. I wander, who wrote the book of love? Oh, tell me, oh, who wrote the book of love? Now we gotta get going. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. God bless you. I hope you come back.